It's the beginning of a new year, and a lot of us have made declarations for the year, which is an excellent thing to do because it keeps you expectant of God's blessings throughout the year. However, God has some requirement from us. He expects us to do some work. There's some terms and conditions we're going to have to fulfill as well. I know a lot of us don't like to hear that we have to do anything. God just gives us. We like to be on the receiving end. Yes, I receive it. There's work to be done. Okay? Right, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So hello, if you're new to my channel, you're very welcome. My name is Akbar and I'm really excited that you're here today. You don't have to make today your last. There will always be something here that will bless you. And so if you click on that subscribe button right now, and turn on the notification bell just so when I post videos every Wednesday, you will know. And for every one of you that has been with me on this journey, thank you so much. I do not take it for granted. All right, let's get into it. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that God requires us to do this year. Okay, right. So one of them, so I'm going to read from Exodus 23:20 to 30. Now I'm not reading everything. We're just going to pick some points from there because this is like the verse that God is giving me this year, kind of like direct my path for the year. Good. So if you look at verse 20, look at the end of the place. So okay, I'll just read verse 20. Say, behold, I'm going to send an angel before you to keep and guard you on the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. So God has this place He's prepared for us. It's a brand new year. He's led us into this year. He's got numerous blessings. So all the declarations we made this year, God is more than able to give them to each and every one of us. However, if we go down, then He's going to give us some terms and conditions. Yeah, good. So the first one, 21, says, be on your guard before him, listen to and obey his voice. Do not be rebellious towards him or provoke him. And then if you look at 22, say, but if you will indeed listen to and truly obey his voice and do everything that I say, then I'll be an enemy to your enemies. So the first thing is obedience. We're going to obey God this year. And how do you obey something you don't hear? So you're going to have to know what to obey, isn't it? So which means you're going to have to create time for God this year. You're going to know God and love him and really have a better relationship with him this year so you can hear him when he speaks. And not just obey him in some things the ones we like, in everything. We're not putting our life in different compartments. We're going to give everything to God this year and obey him every area of our life. So the first thing is obedience. And then we'll keep going. If we go down, in verse 24, it says, you shall not bow down to worship their gods, nor serve them, nor do anything in accordance with their practices. So, which means, second thing we're going to do here is to take a stand for God. You're going to decide this year that I'm on the side of God. I'm not going to put one leg here, one leg there. Say, do not do anything in accordance to their practices. And then 25 says, you shall serve only the Lord your God, and then he shall bless your bread and water. Yeah, so God wants you to like be sold out to him this year, like take a proper stand for God. I did a video about that last week. I'm going to put it at the end of this this video so you can watch it for yourself. So second thing, first thing is obey God. Second thing is take a stand for God. And then if we go down all the way to verse 29, and this is God saying, I will not drive them out before you in a single year, so that the land does not become desolate due to lack of attention, and the wild animals of the field do not become too numerous for you. So the third thing we're going to do this year is to trust God. We're going to have to trust the process. However, the challenges you go through this year, whatever obstacles, anything that comes your way this year, believe that God is working everything out for your good. And the Bible says all things work together for good to them that love God, isn't it? So we're going to have to trust God. Because he said, he's not going to do it for them in a single year. The Israelites were like expecting that, I'm trying to be expecting like, he's God. You just kill all the people, take them all of them in one go. I said, I'm not going to do the way you want because I know what's best for you. It's so interesting because if I do it the way you want, then this is things going to happen to you. I'm going to do it the way that I think is going to be better for you. So we're going to have to trust God this year. Trust the process. Trust that he's working everything out for your good. So 1 is obedience. 2 is take a stand for God. 3 is to trust God. And then the final one, it says in verse 30, I will drive them out before you little by little, until you have increased and are strong enough to take possession of the land. So the third thing God wants us to do this year is to grow. However, what that means for you. You know your journey with God. You know where you are in your relationship with him. God expects some progression. God expects some consistency. God wants you to grow. So he's saying that he will drive them out little by little until they have increased and they are strong enough. So some of the blessings you're wanting God to do for you this year is going to be dependent on your growth. Because there's some blessings God will give to us that will become trouble to us. If you're someone who has no self-control, or who's greedy, or just can be easily lured by things, God's not going to put you in a position or give you so much money, because it's going to cause you trouble. Yeah. So it's going to give them, drive them out little by little until you have increased and are strong enough. So God requires us to grow this year. So these are the 4 things that God has put in my heart, like, to really share with everyone, because it reminded me as well. I'm going to get my notes. I'll quickly tell you some of the blessings that just in this verse 20 to 30. So it says God's going to guide us. So there's guidance there. He said he'll be an enemy to your enemies. He will destroy your enemies. He will overthrow your enemies. He will bless your bread and water. So in everything you do, God's going to bless the works of your hand, your career, anything you set your hands to do. He said he'll give you perfect health, so to you and your family. You will be productive. He said not only barren, you'll be productive. He will set your enemies in confusion and send them running. He will give you the blessings that he knows you can bear. He will grant you long life. These are the numerous blessings, all in just from verse 20 to verse 30. But like I said, there's some terms and conditions. So are you going to do them? Are you going to do what God expects you to do this year? You're just going to be on the receiving end, wanting to get from God, but not give God anything. It doesn't work that way. We know God is sovereign. He can do as he wishes, but this is his word. He expects you to be responsible. Okay? So 2022, make up your mind that this year you're going to do all God requires of you to do. And just watching, just do the impossible in your life. Right? Great. So that's all I wanted to really share with you today, because something God gave to me at the end of the year to get me into this year. And I thought I'd be generous to share with you guys. Right, so I'll see you in the next video. And if you know this video has blessed you, please give it a thumbs up, like, share to anyone that you think is going to bless as well. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay? Right. Bye.